All right. So this was at a recent conference, and here we're going to hear some, I think, very interesting things. And I want you to notice who's sitting there. Like, you got the Crosspolitics guys, but also there's Voddie Baucham. So this was at their missions conference, I think. But listen.
On a regular basis, methodical basis, pour yourself into your family and pray for your country. Just give yourself to that. And when God raises up the right standard bearer, which he does multiple times throughout redemptive history, everybody knows now is the time to rally to Gideon. Now is the time to gather here and there. Don't take the bait. Wait until God's deliverance arrives. And we will know. When that happens, we will know.
What? So what Doug Wilson just said is that God raises up heroes, essentially. Standard bearers is how he puts it, of people who are, like specially called by God to be that person for God in that moment. Basically prophets and judges like that God raises them up over time. One, I don't think I agree with it being like that systematic, that there are like people that we could just pick out and be like, Martin Luther is, one of these standard bearers. Augustine is one of these standard bearers. Like we could go through a list and just like call out people. I don't think it's that simple. But we can see that God has used people. But what he's saying is like, wait for his coming, essentially. Let's listen to it one more time.
On a regular basis, methodical basis.
Look at Voddie as he agrees throughout.
Pray for your country. Just give yourself to that. And when God raises up the right standard bearer, which he does multiple times throughout redemptive history, everybody knows now is the time to rally to Gideon. Now is the time to gather here and there. Don't take the bait. Wait until God's deliverance arrives.
He's nodding.
And we will know. When that happens, we will know.
That's nuts. All right. That's essentially, there's going to be some, I don't know if he's meaning just like religiously or politically, that there's going to be like some Messiah kind of figure coming in whose name is not Jesus. And they're going to be like the guy that you're supposed to follow. And you will know. You'll just know because you're the people of God. And obviously people of God never get it wrong. And so when that person comes, there's going to be a rallying point. That sounds like exactly what the crazy Trump people say. Like, I'm not saying like everyone who's voted for Trump. I'm talking about like people who have like the pictures of like Trump and Jesus working together to save North American culture. Like, it's like, nope. That is nuts. And it's a weird take on postmillennialism. I haven't heard any other postmillennialists talk about like these kind of figures, these standard bearers. But also then it becomes like, who is the standard bearer? Who is this leader that we're all going to know and we should all follow as Christians? Like, what? That, yes, that to me, that was my first thought. Cult. Like, what? And Voddie Baucham is not just like, I have issues with him even going to Moscow because of their theology. It's not the same as just like someone who preaches the gospel but believes in patriarchy in any form. Like, that would be one thing. He doesn't preach the right gospel. I've said it many times. I'll continue to say it. I don't care what some of you guys leave in the comments. I'm going to continue to say it because federal vision is heretical. He doesn't preach the gospel. And so when he gets up there and he goes and ministers, that's a different thing. And I think it's giving him way more acceptance amongst other groups as well. And there's like, Voddie is also going to be speaking at the G3 thing. But here he is agreeing that there's some kind of standard bearer that's out there. and we're supposed to wait for his coming. And I guess he's going to save us from all our problems. And the church will just know, the true church, right? The true church will just know that that's the guy that we're supposed to follow. That's so weird. Like, again, I haven't heard any. Let me know in the chat or down in the comment section if you've ever heard a post millennialist talk this way. Like, this is crazy. But yeah, this was uploaded somewhere. I saw it. It was a tweet somewhere. Like, this leads to all kinds of deception. Like, because then, like, oh, Joe Rickney is he's the standard bearer. My heir is the standard bearer. Like, I think he's a little too late in the game for Doug Wilson to be saying that about himself. Although I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. But yeah, I just no. I think actually the person that's coming would be an antichrist. like that's, yeah, of everyone saying he's the hero and we should all follow. That sounds more like what I remember from my premillennialist dispensational, banners that we had to make. Like that sounds like more like the charts. Sounds like a Nick Cage movie to me.